Welcome back to Grace Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. We are here for a post full moon check-in, right? Because we had just got out of the full moon in Aries. All right, it's October for those of you catching this in divine time. However, that, well, is irrelevant if you're catching it in divine time. But anyway, all messages on my channel are timeless whenever they catch you. So for those of you catching it now, we're in real time. I'm going to go through each of the zodiacs real quick and just kind of get an idea of what is going on with each sign's energy post full moon. Okay, so it could be your sun sign, it could be your moon sign, it could be your rising sign, it could have something to do with your Venus placement or the house in which that sign rules. It can have significance to anything that is significant to your own birth chart, right? Especially if you have planets that are dignified, you know, like in their home sign and stuff like that, like Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Aries. Like, you might want to pay special attention to those signs because you have a prominent energetic placement there. Definitely want to pay attention to your nodes and all that good stuff. So, and at the end, I will have an OPHIUCHUS Say guidance card for all of the signs. For those of you who do not know who Ophiuchus is the forgotten 13th sign, who is the serpent bearer, or the one who conquers the shadow, right? The one who conquers the demons. And so we are going to get some guidance from Ophiuchus at the end for all of the signs. All right. I am using my Forest of Enchantment Tarot. All right. And I do have my Prismavision Tarot and my Night Sun Tarot for extra clarity if I should feel like I need it. But we're going to see what is going on. So, Spirit, please, Arian energy, starting with Aries. It was Aries full moon after all. What is going on with Aries post full moon? What is going on? Insight for Aries, please. Arian energy. We got Starlight and the White Heart with the Strength card. All right, so Aries, Starlight, the White Heart, and the Strength card. Literally 3 major arcana. With those 3 cards coming out, the world, the wide world on the bottom, and the 3 of spells on top. Well, Spirit is asking you to come full cycle with something to do with your journey. All right. This is about putting a light out there because someone is essentially putting a light out there. This is a healing that requires a leap of faith and a lot of strength. And the result is extremely positive. It looks like there's a major closure on a long time cycle of what is essentially unhealed. Okay. It's like walking through a gate. Having the Star card, it also denotes a wish fulfilled. Okay, a soul wish, not just like a wish your ego would be like, oh, I wish I hit the lottery. Like, no. This is a soul wish. Like, I just wish to be happy and satisfied with my life and fulfilled and feel like I'm safe and secure in my relationships. Like, this is a soul wish, something very deep that you may have prayed for multiple times in your life. So Spirit is asking you to put your light out there, right? To put your light out there, to take the first step in what is essentially one of the greatest healing moments potentially of your life so far, because this white hair or this white heart. It might be like a follow the white rabbit, right? Following Alice down, oh, Alice following the white rabbit down the rabbit hole. You may have no idea what's in front of you. No idea what this healing will shift and change and morph in your life. But with these cards, I can only promise you that it is a beautiful change. This is a leap of faith. This is a leap of faith, and it is going to require a lot of strength. You have to know that you're being protected, like divinely protected. In this wish granted, should you take the leap of faith and put your light out there, you are truly going to close a long-term cycle. Potentially a long-term painful cycle. Let me see underneath this deck. Yeah. Yeah, we've got the Two of Boons under that, the Two of Challenges under that, the Seeker of Challenges under that, and the Black Shuck. Especially when it comes to relationships and potentially family dynamics and situations that you took on as a child. Carrying all the work, carrying all the load of everybody else, carrying all the weights of the people from out there. Seeing your reflection for the first time as someone who is quite dark, and knowing that that cycle of darkness is what's coming to a close, that you're going to find yourself taking reprieve in the arms of someone who makes you feel alive again, instead of very bored with the conflict. All right, that's Aries. Moving forward into Taurus. Moving forward into Taurus. Taurian energy. Post full moon. We got the 10 of Visions, the Seeker of Visions. Give me one more, Spirit. And the 9 of Visions. Well, well, well. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Boons, and the top is the Child of Spells. So, Taurus. The 10 of Visions and the 9 of Visions, that's the Suit of Cups. Seeker of Visions, Suit of Cups, right? So we got all these cups, and then we've got the 9 of Boons on the bottom, which is like an independent type energy, which you are in fact bored with. Okay, you're in fact bored with, and you're putting that light out there. You're putting that intention out there. Okay? And essentially reinventing yourself with the Child of Spells, because that is the Page of Wands. All right, this is a reinvention of the self going on, a redefining of the self. Taurian energy. You are very much focused on your very unique and authentic 10 of Cups. We have the trio of unicorns here. Masculine, feminine, and child unicorn. This is a divine path that leads to the soul being truly satiated and full. The heart space feeling full. it's a dream come true type energy. And I feel like with the seeker of visions, the seeker is the knights. I feel as if you are communicating this because you have a wish that you want filled, right? This is the Nine of Visions or the Nine of Cups. It is the coin going into the well. The wish is being made. And I feel like you have this vision of a very unique emotional state of happiness, right? Whatever happiness is for you, you have a unique vision of what that is. And it might just simply require you reaching out, because the Knight of Cups, which is the seeker of visions, is usually about an emotional or vulnerable communication. Something that is emotionally true. And wishing that it works out. And with that, knowing that the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Boons followed by the Four of Visions and the Three of Spells, you may, with the Six of Visions under that, this sacred soulmate, in order for you to essentially not be bored with life, feeling like you're missing out on what is essentially the greatest love of your lifetimes, the greatest emotional fulfillment of your lifetimes, in order to feel like you are not missing out on that, you may need to make a trip. You may need to make a trip. Right now, Uranus is in Taurus. I mean, it's all about radically shaking up the environment and the reality of things. So don't be surprised, Taurus, if once this expressive communication, this emotional communication is given, that you may need to put your money where your mouth is. Okay? Words are one thing, actions are another. So you might end up needing to let your actions speak loudest on this one. Putting that out there. Especially if you are reinventing yourself, if you were the kind of person that was always wanting someone to come to you, wanting someone to reassure you, wanting someone to express love to you, like, and that was who you were, it may be like role reversal time, where you have to step up and actually be vulnerable and actually release control of a situation and allow yourself to essentially feel powerless, because that in and of itself is your power. Right? When we release control and we're vulnerable, we're in flow with spirit, we let our ego's control go, and the universe is able to work its magic. So our ego feels powerless, but really we're giving our spirit whole and total power, and that is always in the highest good. So that is Taurian energy. Moving forward to Gemini. Moving forward to Gemini. Geminian energies. What is going on with Gemini and Geminian energy post full moon? What is going on with Gemini post full moon? What is going on with Gemini energy post full moon? Gemini, it's not like you to not want to speak. What is going on? Spirit, give us some insight, please. Open up for Gemini. There we go. Okay. We have the White Heart, the Eight of Challenges with the Child of Visions, and the Nine of Visions with the Forest Lord in reverse. Okay. So you didn't want to talk about it. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Visions. Top of the deck is the Wide World. So Gemini, you might have significant Aryan energy only because these two cards also came out for Aries. Okay, so you may be dealing with significant Aryan placements in your chart. Gem. With the wide world on top of the deck, you are very well aware that a cycle is over. And with the 7 of Visions on the bottom, you may be very confused on how to handle it or where to go from here. Matter of fact, I'm definitely feeling as if you kind of sort of know what you're supposed to do. And because you're conflicted about actually moving forward with that, you're trying to find every and any other option. And none of them seem to be jiving or vibing or resonating totally because they're not in alignment. You know what I mean? It's like the one option that you're resisting acknowledging is the option that your soul resonates to, but because you're afraid of it, it's almost like everything and anything else that I could do, I'll do that. But all of those choices are not in alignment with your highest good, right? They're soulfully incorrect. I do think you have to take a leap of faith. The Child of Visions and the 8 of Challenges. This could be a couple things. This could be your inner child needing to dance through the storm instead of wallowing in it or feeling trapped in it. Okay, like rising to the rain type thing. Okay, it's storming outside. Am I going to be all upset because I'm stuck in, or am I going to go outside and dance and make it to where I got to go anyway? You know, it's a matter of perspective. Like, is the rain keeping you down? Or is the rain giving you a unique experience for you to enjoy that you can only enjoy when it's raining? This is about you being inside the storm and having to quite literally dance your way out of it. You know, the 8 of Challenges is the 8 of Swords, and it is a coward card. It is feeling so stuck in the mind. With fear, right? With fear, feeling like you have no options, you're trapped, you don't know what to do, you can't change anything. You're out of control of your reality when in fact you really are in control though. Like you have certain choices that you can make that you're just simply choosing not to make, which doesn't mean you have no options. It doesn't mean you have no choices. It means you're not choosing the choices that are available to you. There's a difference. You are not without options. You're just not choosing one. The Forest Lord is the Emperor with the 9 of Visions in the reverse. Whoever this Emperor is out of alignment. The Divine Masculine is out of alignment. The ability to choose, right? Because the Divine Masculine is the Yang. It's the willpower. It's the choice-making aspect of the self. It's the shot-calling willpower, the determination, the drive, the momentous force, right? The masculine aspect of the self being out of alignment is that 8 of Challenges. I don't want to use my masculine aspect to its full potential. In which case the 9 of Visions is the wish being made is not granted. You have a wish. And you're not acting on it, which means the wish can't come to fulfillment. You really do got to make the most of a shitty situation and be optimistic as opposed to completely pessimistic. I feel like you really do need to switch the alignment of your thoughts from negative and hopeless to positive and at least maybe, at the very least hopeful. Like hope, as far as I'm concerned, is a beautiful name, but it's a bullshit word. You either have faith or you don't. But at the very least, you should probably start with hopeful thoughts. At least start with hope. And have some faith in yourself that you can do this. Because this paralyzing fear caused by the mind, it's not serving you. Like you really do need to take that leap of faith with the white heart. This is a pure heart White being the color of the masculine, the yang, right, of the yin yang, the white is the masculine yang. Like, you really got to take a leap of faith on your ability to choose. Maybe you're very used to other people choosing for you. Maybe you're very used to other people calling shots and you dealing with the ramifications of the choices they made instead of, you know, dictating your own path. Gemini, you got to dictate your own path. You have to be able to choose. You can't just let other people, you know, parade around taking actions and you just dealing with it, because then you're constantly getting, you know, either hit with the shit fan or blindsided or, you know, last minute stressing out because you have to fix something, correct something, you know, go along with something. It's like, come on. You've got a divine masculine aspect of yourself that you need to empower. That's how you take control of your life, your ability to choose and choose in your highest alignment. When other people choose for you, when you follow the guidance of other people instead of listening to your own soul song, you're out of control. When your masculine aspect is not in alignment, you are out of control. You have handed control to the outside world and the other people in it, and you're going to be running on default. Default manifestation. And if you have unhealed shit, the default manifestation is going to be shit. You're constantly going to be dealing with shit. Learn how to cut the shit off. Like, choose something that's in alignment. If it doesn't feel good, then stop doing it. If you don't like dealing with certain people, stop doing it. Like, Gem, speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Get out of your head. Get out of the fear. Just fucking do what you gotta do and let your wish be granted. Do what you gotta do and let your wish be granted. All right, get out of your head. Rise to the rain. All right, that's Gemini. Rise to the rain, Gem. If you don't give it a shot, then you'll never really know. Then you'll never really know, and you'll constantly be in the world of what if and regret. At least if you know for certain something is going to work out, or know for certain something can't work out, you can move forward from there. But the confusion of guessing, well, what if I do, what if I don't, like, you're never going to actually get an answer that way. At least if you are vulnerable enough to take a leap of faith forward in your own ability to choose, you can see what the next choice is, what the next step is. You won't be confused anymore, because something is either going to work out and you can continue in that direction, or something's not going to work out and you can move in another direction and leave that old option off the table because it's not an option. You figured that out with your actions, your choices. What was an option and a confusing moment for you in your mind is no longer an option, and you don't have to be stuck in your head about it. You don't have to be afraid of it anymore. You went for it, you figured it out, and you can move forward from there, right? There's no sense in being afraid. Just figure it out. Communicate what needs to be communicated, do what needs to be done, figure it out so that you can move forward and get out of that stagnating Eight of Swords energy. Right, that Eight of Challenges energy, that reversed masculine energy. Like, get yourself out of it. Just move forward. Gift yourself that. Gift yourself the ability to move forward and get out of stagnating mental prisons. Because that prison will last as long as you let it. Cancer, Cancerian energy, post full moon. What's going on? Insights, please, into Cancerian energy. What is going on with Cancer, Cancerian energy? We've got the Weaver of Visions. That is the Queen of Cups, Cancer. That is your card. Showing up for yourself. I like it. What else? Spirit, please. We have the Wise Woman. That is the High Priestess in this deck. What else? And the Ten of Challenges. Clarify that, because that wanted to come out and didn't, but I was told to pull it. So what is it? I feel like it's a self-sabotaging thought that you don't want to admit to. Comes out with the Seeker of Challenges. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Boons. Top of the deck is the Lovers. Okay. So, listen, Cancer. You may be dealing with a Gemini, because these two cards here, that may not be of your energy, but maybe someone you're dealing with or is in your energy space. They're both air cards, and the Lover's card is Gemini. So give me more clarity. I'm pulling out my Night Sun Tarot. Give me more clarity on this energy, please, Spirit. This Ten of Challenges, Seeker of Challenges, energy that's in Cancer's space. Now, this person does not have to be a Gemini sun. This can be a Gemini rising. It can be a Gemini moon. Okay, so make sure you know who you are dealing with. Make sure you know who you are dealing with. Do not get confused and assume it is the wrong person. This is someone who is constantly in woe is me, constantly seeking challenge, right? Constantly what is essentially argument sparking, right? This is someone who is, it's almost like they're turned on by debate and argument, okay? This is someone who is potentially manipulative, okay? If they're in that Ten of Swords, woe is me energy. There's something they're not revealing or telling, okay? Like they might be saying what the other person did, but they're not saying what they did. Or they're not owning what they did. Give me some more insight, please, into who this Ten of Swords, Seeker, Knight of Swords is. What is going on? Because you might be at a crossroads and feel contractually bound to someone. Contractual binding can be via like literal legal documentation that you are bound to them. It could be through children that you feel bound to them. All right, this is someone you feel obligated to in soul because you have a soul contract with them, or had a soul contract with them, that you still feel bound to them. This is the Devil. I said, who is this? This is the Devil. This is someone who is an addict. Okay, this is definitely someone who is manipulative. This is definitely someone who does not take responsibility for themselves. This is definitely someone who will charm and use their gift of persuasion and keep you trapped in your own karmic cycle, Cancer. Any other information about this Devil energy? They may have strong or significant Aquarian placements, and or they are a king of coin, right? It is something that they're all about the money. They're all about flashing their money. Oh, you need it, I got it. Like, this is someone who Justice on the bottom. They may also be a Libra. It's definitely an air sign. Ten of Swords again on the bottom. This person, whoever they are, okay? Whoever this person is, You cannot trust anything they say. This is someone who is completely self-motivated and will keep your heart on the chopping block. They will sacrifice your heart first chance they get. Your feelings don't matter to them. They will tell you that your feelings matter to them, and they're full of shit. This is someone who is all about their own personal gain. This is someone who cannot and will not speak the truth. This is a sabotaging individual. 10 of Swords twice. This particular Justice card, the sword is pointing downwards, and the figure, right, Lady Justice, the sword is going through the feet like a Christ-like symbol. This is someone whose night and day ends with them. Their truth dies with them. They will hang themselves on the fucking cross to lie and manipulate. They're in the middle of a pity party so deep, so thick. They feel like the world is against them. The world has betrayed them. They are owed and entitled. And if they are owed and entitled, whatever they feel owed and entitled to, they will take it by any manipulative means necessary. I think you already intuitively fucking know this. I think this is someone you may or may not have had children with the Queen of Cups. I think you see right through this. I think that because you have a soul contract with this person, or that you were in love with them at one time, that you still have a soft spot for them. But this person is not who you knew, especially if you've known them a very long time. This is not the same person you grew up knowing. This person is the fucking devil. It is all about power and control. They're manipulating the fuck out of you. They're manipulating the fuck out of you, Cancer. Whatever house Cancer rules for you, if you're not a Cancer sun, pay attention. Pay attention. If Cancer rules your second house, someone is manipulating you for money. And you don't even know it. You're not even realizing it. They're coming off like a fucking wish granted. Like, aren't you glad I'm in your life? They're about to take the fucking rug out from under you. Whoever this fucking devil is about to take the rug out from under you if you let them. This is someone who feels entitled. They feel entitled to whatever it is they're about to take from you, or have been taking from you. This is a self-sabotaging individual who is manipulative. They have not changed. If you've left them before, they have not changed. Matter of fact, they have gotten worse. You don't know this person. You don't know this person. This person is a complete facade. They are not who they portray themselves to be in front of you. The workings of their mind on the inside is fucking evil. Their inner workings, their mind is fucking evil. Don't be fucking fooled, Cancer. Don't be fucking fooled. Whoever the hell is floating outside of your sphere, trying to get deep inside your sphere of your energy, do not feel bad for this person. Do not be charmed by this person. Do not be manipulated by this person. You don't fucking know them like you think. And whoever they're portraying themselves to be is a fucking lie. It is a fucking lie. You do not know this person. You might have known them at one time. You do not know them anymore. You do not know them anymore. This person is way off the fucking deep end. Do not feel bad for this person. Do not feel bad for that person. All right. Moving in to Leo. Moving into Leo. And Leo's energy. Moving into Leo and Leo's energy. One more shuffle. Spirit, what is going on with Leo and Leo energy post full moon? What is going on with Leo and Leo energy post full moon? Three of Boons. The Green Mother in reverse. And the Five of Boons with the Forest Lord and Strength upright. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Visions. Top of the deck is the Ten of Visions. All right. So, Leo. One, make sure that you are balancing all aspects of your life, okay? Because I feel like right now, conscious mind, like you're very dream focused, very fulfillment focused, but the underlying energy is the Five of Visions, which is the Five of Cups. And in this one, it's like dropping the ball, okay? It's like dropping the ball. Maybe looking for a Prince Charming to the point that you end up finding a toad. And maybe the toad just needs a kiss, right? Maybe it's like the Frog Prince. Maybe the toad just needs a little bit of love to fully come into their own energy, right? A little bit of inspiration. Like, appearances aren't everything. Appearances aren't everything. This person might literally just need a little inspiration, and you would become their muse, kind of thing. With the Three of Boons, the Green Mother, which is the Empress in reverse, and the Five of Boons with what is essentially the Emperor and the Strength card. I feel like whoever the potential Frog Prince is, doesn't seem to have a lot to give. They may come off energetically impoverished or poor. And it may be you, Leo, or this may be your energy, where, you know, you are in fact the Frog Prince and you've kind of got to inspire yourself with this ability to receive. Because the Empress being in reverse, there is an issue receiving. There's an issue receiving. Someone might be completely inspired to give to you, help you in some way, and you're not receptive. Like, there's a difference between someone who has a full bank account and a full heart. Every once in a while, they come in the same package. Sometimes a full heart turns into a full bank account. Heck, sometimes a full bank account turns into a full heart. But I feel like you're dealing with someone who has a full heart right now. That's what they got. They got a full heart. You have a full heart, right? If this is your energy, you might have a full heart right now. You might not have the bank account. You might not have a full bank account. But that doesn't mean you don't deserve to receive the best, which means you literally have to inspire yourself and really focus on what the ultimate dream vision is and not lose sight of it. Like, you can't get discouraged and be like, yeah, well, I only have a full heart. I only have love to give right now. I don't have any financial means necessary to create the dream life that I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like, start with the full heart then. Start giving with the currency, the energetic currency that you do have to give, whether it is to yourself or another. Put the time in. Work the magic. Right, the Three of Boons is about a contract. This is a part of your soul contract that you are destined to fill. An order that you are destined to fill with spirit. It's a spiritual order. And you got to fill the order. Don't be afraid to receive the payment, you know, the spiritual reward on the other side of completing this order. Okay. I feel like you definitely have to put your divine masculine energy into full power. Like, if you've got a nitrous button, like, you got to click the nitrous and start speeding down the runway type thing, you know? Don't doubt yourself, Leo. Don't doubt yourself. Because if this is a spiritual order that you're meant to fill, you are always meant to reap the reward. Like, there's no real due date with spirit. Okay? There's no real due date with spirit. Spirit runs on divine time. So if you don't fill this order this life, you could fill it next life. It's fine. You don't fill it today, then you could fill it 10 years from now. It's fine. Like, spirit, deliver it when you deliver it. You know what I mean? But spirit's not going to actually give you the payout until you fulfill the soul order. So don't drop the ball on it. If everything is not what it seems, and you just need a little bit of inspiration, and it might be just a simple act of love, right? A kiss that turns the frog into a prince. Like, start with that. Keep it simple. And instead of dropping the ball, keep it rolling. Allow yourself to go deep. Because whatever it is, you haven't received the reward yet. And you got to get out of poverty mindset. Whether it's emotional poverty, right? Love and romance, emotional poverty. Whether it's physical, like financial, real world poverty. I don't have these things, right? If it's mental poverty, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this, or I don't have the time, you know, like whatever the poverty, the energetic poverty is for you, like you need to get out of that space. And remember, you can handle it. You do have enough to fulfill this contract at any time. Emotionally, you can handle it. You are more than capable. You are heart full. You're not empty. You're not frozen over. You know what I mean? You've got it in you when you get out of this mindset saying, no, I don't have it. I don't. It's just a matter of perspective. Either yes, you do, or yes, you don't. And that's a choice. That's a choice. So stay dream focused and take action in alignment with what your dream is. And don't let yourself drop the ball on it. Okay? Feel the spiritual order. Spirit is waiting to pay you. That's Leo. Yeah, Spirit's waiting to pay you. All right, getting into Virgo. Virgo and Virgoian energy. All right, Spirit, what is going on with Virgo and Virgoian energy? Post full moon. Ooh. We got the Liar, which is the Devil card. What else, Spirit? What else? We've got the Keeper of Boons and the Ace of Spells. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Boons. Top of the deck is the Enchanter's Wheel. All right. Virgo. Conscious mind, I think you are very well aware of the fact that the wheel is turning. Okay, the wheel is turning. How it turns is up to you. It's upright, so Spirit does want it to turn in your favor. Okay. Spirit wants it to turn in your favor. The Two of Boons on the bottom is understanding that your ideal reality and your actual reality are not the same thing right now. Okay? Your reality is not ideal. And there's probably some work you have to put in order to get it that way. Spirit wants to bless you and change your fate. Now, whenever the wheel turns, reality is completely different. Okay, reality is, in fact, completely different. And it's a Jupiter card. It's a Sagittarian card. It's a blessing card, right? It's a very lucky card to have the wheel. And I think you are ready and or willing, at least mentally, to receive the blessings. It is going to require some work. Okay, it is going to require some work. Yeah, the Ace of Challenges, the truth. The truth needs to be spoken. The Huntsman is justice, and the White Heart is under that. Okay, that's the bottom of the deck. The truth needs to come out, even if it's a challenge. There definitely has to be justice in a situation. The truth will do that on its own, and then the cycle can begin, okay? The cycle can begin of getting out of this poverty mindset, this nightmare reality, okay? This mental nightmare. It might feel harder before it actually gets easier. All right. The fact that we have the devil, which is the liar here, and the ace of spells with the king of coin. I think you're lying to yourself if you are telling yourself you don't have enough. Whether the enough is willpower, whether the enough is taking charge, because the king of coin is someone who takes charge of their manifestation. Someone who is financially capable of whatever the next step is. Like, you don't have to have the financial capability of making the whole thing happen tomorrow, but you do have to have the financial capability to at least take the first step in the right direction. You do have whatever you need to have right now for the first step in your ultimate manifestation, right? And you do have enough willpower to do that, enough drive or inspiration to do that. If you don't think that you do, you're lying to the self. You might be bound or feel bound to a situation in which you are continuously lying to yourself and or other people. Even if you're in the reality saying, I'm fine, when you know you're not, then you know right then and there you're in the wrong reality. You're in alignment with the wrong people. They should not be in your reality then. Because if you're not fine, and you have to tell them that you're fine, that you can't be honest, you're in misalignment wherever you are with them. Wherever you are, you're in misalignment. Because you're not really fine. You have to go to wherever or do whatever actually promotes you truly feeling fine and not lying about it. You might have to do some heavy lifting, okay? Spiritually speaking. You might have to really pick yourself up and start putting in the effort or start putting in the work so that your reality becomes more ideal. You have some soul work to do. You have some soul work to do, and that's fine. You can't be intimidated by a little bit of work. Anytime we put in a great deal of effort, there is usually some great reward at the end. It's like you can't get the paycheck you want if you don't put in the hours. You know what I mean? It's a very simple concept. If you're unwilling to do the soul work, then Spirit is unwilling to give you the spiritual reward. If you're willing to do the soul work, then you get the spiritual paycheck at the end. You stick it out all year with Spirit and you'll probably get a bonus. So, don't be afraid of a little bit of work. Don't be afraid of putting in a little bit of effort to make your reality more ideal. This is Virgo. Let your whole reality shift. Let your whole reality shift. Put in the effort. Whatever lie you're telling yourself, just stop. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you're lying to yourself, like, just stop. You can't be lying to yourself. It's too hard. I can't. I'm not capable. I'm not able. Like, no. Don't fancy those thoughts. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's that Henry Ford quote, whether you think you can or you can't, either way, you are right. Either way, you're right. So what is it? Do you think you can or do you think you can't? Spirit, your spirit wants to change your life. So, can you or can't you? Virgo. Okay. Moving on to Libra. Moving on to Libra and Libran energy. Post full moon. Moving on to Libra and Libran energy. What is going on with Libra? And Libran energy post full moon. Insight, please, Spirit. What is going on with Libra? And Libran energies post full moon. The Seven of Challenges is the Seven of Swords. What else? The Seven of Visions. Give me one more. And the White Heart. We've got the Weaver of Spells, or the Queen of Fire, on the bottom, with the Seven of Spells on top. All right. So Libra, you may be currently in a situation where you feel like you're constantly defending yourself. Okay. You're constantly defending yourself against very small-minded people. Okay. People who are very much stuck in an old way of spiritually being. An old way of being. These are people who have not grown in a very long time. And you may constantly be defending yourself in the reality. Okay. With people who they're not spiritually growing. They've maxed out. Okay. They've maxed out. And you're here as this dragon. Feeling like everybody is against you, like you have no one on your side. The underlying issue and or energy is the Queen of Fire. So you may be dealing with a feminine fire sign, particularly Sag. The Queen of Fire is Sagittarius' card. This is the Weaver of Spells. Underneath of that, we have the Ten of Spells, and underneath of that, we have the Oldest One, which is the Hierophant with the Lovers under that. So this is someone that may have been spiritually burdened, that moved forward, someone who you feel or felt married to in soul, who has moved on, someone that you were truly in love with, a divine counterpart where the Tower totally fucking came down. I don't feel like you can get them off your mind. They're constantly on the back burner, constantly in your mind. This person is a light. They're literally dancing magic. Okay? This person is lit. They're constantly on the back burner. Okay? We've got 3 sevens here with a card that has no number and a 0. So we've got 3 sevens, right? 7, 7, 7. The Seven of Challenges acknowledges the fact that you are lying to yourself and or have lied about this person that you can't get off your mind. You have maybe lied to this person that you can't get off your mind. And it leaves you super confused because you want to take a leap of faith. You want to take a leap of faith or start fresh. And I feel like you're really confused because you don't know what to do in order to change your luck and essentially hit the jackpot with this person, because whoever this person is, they showed up in the middle of your jackpot energy. Okay? This is your jackpot. Whoever this is, it's a heart's desire. Okay? A heart's desire. It's a feminine fire energy. It's a desire of the heart space on the soul. It's something you want to receive. I think whatever the lie, deception, or thievery is, has to be healed. Whatever was stolen from said person needs to be returned. Whatever lies were told about said person need to, the truth needs to come out. Like the fact that it was a lie needs to be addressed. And it doesn't have to be a Sag, right? It could just simply be another fire sign, but it is Sagittarius's card. I do feel like whatever you were, because if we look at this, card, right? The Seven of Challenges. They've taken, what is it, an accordion, which is song, cup, it's an empty cup, and a bag of magic, right? A magical items bag. Whatever was taken from this person, you took their soul song, you took their love until there was nothing left, and essentially took their magic. You were taking their magic. Their heart magic. It's a green bag. Their heart healing. Taking kindness for weakness. Thought this person didn't realize that you were stealing from them, energetically, spiritually speaking. That they were being used. This might be a gypsy spirit, especially because they're dancing fire over here. Libra. You may have misrepresented someone. You may still be misrepresenting someone, thinking that their fire is out when it's not. Like, acting like they're not home and available for you if you were to knock on the door, but they're very much home. The light is on. The light's been left on. Okay. If you don't know what to do and you don't know what to choose in your current reality, it's because you need to take a leap of faith and maybe stop dealing with all these small-minded people, these spiritually short people. Like, they're not growing. They're spiritually stuck people. If you want who dances with magic, then you have to dance with magic. Then you have to dance with magic. You can't view yourself as someone different than them, but someone who is equal, of likeness to them. This person, you feel like you're cooking in a cauldron. You feel like you're cooking in a cauldron. Okay. Like you might need to jump out of the pot and into the fire. Let yourself be reborn, right? And instead of being the dragon, be the white heart. Like that's what happens on the other side of the fire. The fire is transmuting, it's transforming. It takes you from one version of self and into another. Like it's not the death of you, it is the rebirth of you. Choose your mindset, right? Whoever this weaver of wands is, this weaver of fire, this queen of fire energy. That has moved on. You have to embody that. See, the tower came down, right? I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. The tower came down because of lies. That's that seven of challenges energy. It's deceptive, right? The seven of challenges is a liar and a thief. So if we were to keep going on the bottom of the deck, the tower came down because of lies. Because of lies. Someone who was argument oriented. Someone who didn't want to give. Someone who tried to make the Queen of Wands feel like a toad. And they were the Empress. Okay, the Queen of Wands is the Empress. So, like I said, whatever lies were told, whatever honor was taken from this person, like you need to return it. Especially because they're all you can think about. You have to become and embody more of their energy. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio and Scorpionic energy. Spirit, please, what is going on with Scorpio and Scorpionic energy post full moon? What is going on with Scorpio, Scorpionic energy post full moon? Insights, please. We got the wide world. What else? The Three of Spells. And the Four of Challenges. We've got the Seven of Visions on the bottom. And Starlight on top. Alright, so Scorpio. Major healing is going on at present. Because you're confused. Okay, there's some confusion. So there's major healing going on. A cycle is completing and Spirit is asking you to, what is essentially put your light out there and then let it go. Okay. Taking the first step. Taking the first step. In establishing what is essentially your own healthy family, whether that's blood family or soul. Even if everybody else around you is in an unhealthy state, okay? This is about you claiming your sovereignty and not doing what everybody else is doing. Like, for example, if everybody around you has no problem having a drink, has no problem smoking or whatever, like, this is where you kind of stand up and claim your own healthy roots, even if everybody else around you is in an unhealthy state, an unhealthy energetic state. This is about your healing. And I can't help but feel like it's about your health. And you can't be confused. You have to close that cycle and allow yourself to just kind of put your light out there and then just let it be. Like, this is my choice. This is my authentic light shining. This is my choice. I'm putting it out there and I'm just going to let it be. I'm just going to let my light be that. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I don't know if you can hear it, but I just heard a door knock. Hold on. Hold on, Scorpio. Sorry, guys. Thank you about that. One of my packages arrived. Divine timing, Scorpio. One of my packages arrived. I'm officially able to, well, fix my crazy backdrop in my bedroom. But you may expect, Scorpio, that when you do in fact close these chapters, right, where you allow yourself to put down healthy roots and you just let your light be, that the healing or the soul wish just kind of gets delivered, right? And you don't actually need to be confused, because under that is the Queen of Cups and the Child of Cups. Ooh. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords and the Eight of Wands with the Forest Lord, the Emperor. Two queens with an inner child. Water and air. Scorpio, I'm hearing you are not an option. Like, stop thinking that you're competing with anybody else. Like, you are not an option. If someone makes you an option, they are not your person. If someone makes you an option, they are not your person. If someone doesn't know how to put down healthy roots or appreciate your healthy roots and they'd rather be unhealthy like the rest of the people around you, like, that's on them. They're not your person. You just simply have to put your light out there and let it shine. And let your light shine and reach whoever it is meant to reach. You know, this Three of Spells, the Three of Wands, their candles are floating down the river. And they'll reach whoever they're meant to reach. But put down your own healthy foundation. And remember, you're not an option. That you're energetically sovereign and healthy, and people are either in alignment with that or not, and you're not actually competing with anybody. Like, you don't need to be confused. If someone's not, quote unquote, choosing you, it's because they're not in alignment. They're not your soul wish. You know what I mean? Just let your light shine, Scorp. Choose a healthy alignment that is authentic for you. different from everybody else around you, and you will attract someone very different. Your light will catch the attention of someone very unique who is not necessarily rooted in this unhealthy state around you. Okay? You may also want to take a trip outside of your environment with that 3 of spells. Take a short trip somewhere else. Change environments. Get out of the unhealthy environment, the unhealthy energy that you're around. Just go somewhere different, even if it's just temporary. All right. Sag. Getting into Sag and Sagittarian energy. What is going on, Spirit, with Sag? Sagittarian energy post full moon. What is going on with Sag? Sagittarian energy post full moon. What is going on with Sag? We've got the 8 of Challenges. What else? We've got the Seeker of Visions. And the 5 of Visions with the 5 of Spells. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Visions. Top of the deck is the 7 of Challenges. Sag. What is the deal? What is the deal? Spirit, I'm pulling out the Prismavision Tarot. Give me some more clarities on these, please. Clarify the 8 of Challenges. Clarify the 8 of Challenges. What is Sag stuck in their head about? Sagittarian energy. What are they stuck in their head about? What is paralyzing for them? The Knight of Swords. Clarify the Seeker of Visions. Holy shit. All right, we're going to take the ones that flipped up. Five of Wands, 5 of Swords. Lots of 5s, Sag, because we got the 5 of Visions and the 5 of Spells here, so we got the 5 of Wands twice. And clarify the 5 of Visions and the 5 of Spells. Clarify the 5 of Visions with the 5 of Spells. What do they feel at a loss of? Where do they feel conflicted? We got the 4 of Pentacles with the World. Oh, Sag. We got the Page of Pentacles on bottom. The Queen of Chalices on top. Sag. Oh. Sag, I feel like with the 7 of Challenges and the 3 of Visions on bottom, 2 of Challenges under that, I feel like you feel as if You've been robbed by a third party. Someone you were putting in a great deal of effort towards. I think you feel like that you were robbed by a third party. I think that what you are unaware of is that something's growing. Justice is growing. Truth is growing. Forward movement is happening. I think you're stuck in your head about or afraid of communication. I think you're afraid of communication. I think you're afraid of speaking beautiful words because you're afraid of conflict and argument and what is essentially being thrown back into a tumultuous group situation. Both of these cards are about group conflict. You feel as if someone turned you into a frog. Okay, because here the Five of Spells is literally turning a person into a frog, and here the frog is sitting on the lily pad, and this person's dropping the ball on something. And so you're holding on to closure. You're holding on to closure. Take this how this resonates with you, with whatever is in, whatever placements you have in Sagittarius. Okay. Someone committed to a third party. Someone committed to a third party. Someone outside of whatever was going on. Someone who reflects sabotage. Someone who projects sabotage is going through a transformation. Like there's magic being woven still. The Lovers are here. The Fortune's wheel is here with the Liar. Like something is coming back around that you're going to need to see from a different perspective. And you might be dead set on holding on to closure. You might not realize it. You feel robbed. Okay? Sag feels robbed of all the love that they were giving with this Queen of Water. This Queen of Chalices. She's the queen of the ever-flowing, overflowing cup. Okay? And what Sag does not realize is that something is coming up that's justice and truth related and forward movement related. Someone who was definitely like the fucking devil. Someone who was like the fucking devil. Who is building up a lot of great strength and technically going within. Someone who's been seriously wounded by their choices. And possibly in a twin flame dynamic. Someone who cut themselves off from joy. I think, Sag, I think you're scared that someone might actually communicate with you. Because if they do communicate with you, or let's just say it's the other way around and you do communicate with them, like you're afraid that it's going to cause a great deal of conflict with a bunch of people. You're afraid it's going to cause nothing but fucking problems. I don't think this communication's happened yet. You and or this person might be thinking the same thing. Like someone might be wanting to communicate and someone might be willing to receive the communication. However, there's this serious fear of what is essentially upheaval, and so you and or the other person are holding on to closure. they're holding on to closure. You and or them. Take it how it resonates. You're pretending. You and or them are pretending that it's over, because it's easier to pretend that it's over than it is to risk this group upheaval. The issue is that's a lie. Even if the group is all up in arms and all like, I can't believe and how could and blah, 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 like, it doesn't mean that the communication or desire to either give it or receive it's not there. This is between you and someone else who has some serious problems. And you might need to talk about it, even if it does have a lot of stirring. Okay? Like the mother goose here. The figure on the card is stabbing her in the mouth. I think, Sag, I think you're afraid that if you were to communicate with someone, that someone would essentially try to use your truth against you. That they would flip it and turn it against you. Like maybe what you're communicating is a strength and they're looking at you like you're weak, like you're afraid it would be misconstrued. Listen, I'll put it this way. If you and or someone else is afraid to have a conversation, it's because you're not actually meant to have that conversation yet. You're not actually ready, or they're not actually ready to accept the conversation for what it is. If there is some underlying devil energy present, as is on the bottoms of the deck, then either you and or this person are not ready to have this conversation and actually grow from it. It probably is better that you're holding on to closure. Okay. I think whatever this is, if you're fearing it, it's because it's out of alignment, because anything that would cause fear is out of alignment. So if the conversation is causing you fear, it's because having that conversation is out of alignment. You and or the other person that you need to communicate with is not ready. It's not ready. You're not on the same page. And so holding on to the fact that it's closed, is probably the better way to go right now. Like just letting it be. Letting it be done and over. Why pull up arguments and why pull up conflict? Because Sag, I mean, you're the prophet, right? In the zodiac, Sagittarius is the prophet. They see in the future, right? They see the outcome. So if the outcome right now, what you're seeing is tumultuous and what you're seeing is unpleasant, then trust that path is not in alignment, so that you can see something better. You don't have to have a conversation that is not energetically ready. If you're having anxiety about it, or you're stuck in your head about it and don't know how it's going to go, like wait until you have 100% faith and certainty that you know it's going to go okay. Because if you're feeling like you aren't ready, or you're feeling like someone else isn't ready, then it's probably not ready. You or someone else has to have full faith in themselves, okay? If any progress is truly going to get made. Like the devil has to come out of the equation. It can't be hiding in the underlying energy. It just can't. I think someone wants to transform. Someone wants to see things from a different perspective, but it's like the seed hasn't cracked open yet. It's still just kind of getting its nourishment in the dark, right? It hasn't it hasn't seen the light yet. It's still healing. It's still healing. It needs more time. I think if someone is going through what is essentially a dark night, they haven't broken the surface into the light of day yet. And that would only steal your peace. Okay? You don't need, they can get their nourishment from elsewhere. They don't have to take it from you. You know what I mean? Let them go through their healing. Let them go through their breaking of the surface. Okay? Let divine time and Mother Nature do its thing, so to speak. It's almost like a plant choosing to wither to become nutrition or fertilizer for the seed still in the ground. Like, you don't have to wither to nourish something that has not broken the surface yet. Like, Spirit will figure it out. You don't have to do that. All right, Capricorn. Spirit, what is going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energies post full moon? What is going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energies post full moon? We have the 6 of Visions, the 4 of Challenges, give me one more for Capricorn post full moon. And the Forge, Temperance energy. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Boons. Top of the deck is the Seeker of Boons. So, Cap, what I'm feeling. I feel like with the Seeker of Boons on the top of the deck, you're actively looking to seize or create opportunity. And there's efforts that need to be made in doing that. Okay. The efforts in what is essentially healing your own wounds. When it comes to the choices in front of you. Like, you wanna seize an opportunity, but you may be really, really cautious because in the past, maybe you have stumbled upon things that looked really beautiful or seemed super sweet, and they weren't, right? And they weren't. Because this card right here is indicative of Hansel and Gretel. And when Hansel finds the gingerbread house, right? So you may have some anxiety or wounds surrounding the opportunities and or people that you come across. We do have a sacred soulmate here who, it's written in the book, right? Anytime the book shows up, it's about the Akashic record. So there is a sacred soulmate here written in the record for you. Someone who is healthy, who is firmly rooted, healthy roots, even though everything else around you may not be healthy. This is the forge, or the place where the magic is created. Someone who is willing to fortify you. Okay, someone who is willing to protect you. And I feel like so long as you continue to put your efforts in healing your own self, because maybe you don't trust the things that you have found that you came across. It's almost like standing still in your own healthy energy and letting them find you. Letting them find you instead. Instead of wandering, right? Wandering through the woods. Wandering through the dark, unhealthy energy of everything. People and the world around. Maybe just let them come to you. Let them stumble upon you. Because if you've made mistakes or have learned hard lessons wandering before and finding or coming across people, then maybe it really is best you just stay put. Just root yourself in healthy energy. Because if law of attraction is what it is and like attracts like, if you're standing still in healthy energy, someone of healthy energetic alignment will find you. Like attracts like. You will manifest a healthy energetic person and they'll show up. You don't have to feel the need to go looking. Or even deal with the wound of, I don't know if I found the right person or not. Because you're not finding them, they're finding you. It's different. Okay? That's Capricorn. You work and weave your magic where you are. You work and weave your magic where you are. Protect yourself with this circle of light. And let yourself grow very healthy wherever you are. Okay? Be a receiver. Be a receiver of your desire. Be a receiver of the reality you want to create instead of feeling like you've got to be robbed or like you're being robbed on your own, that you have to go looking for it. You know what I mean? I feel like the minute you go looking for it, you're putting yourself at a loss. But if you just let it come to you, trusting in your own alignment and letting it come to you, I think you'll have more long-term stability that way. All right, Capricorn. Let it come to you. Okay. Aqua. Aqua and Aquarian energy. Spirit, please. What is going on with Aquarius and Aquarian energies? Post full moon. What is going on with Aquarius and Aquarian energies post full moon? We've got the 9 of challenges. What else? The 9 of spells. And the 5 of boons. We've got the 6 of boons on the bottom and the black shuck on top. All right. Aqua. I feel like you're being forced to think on your feet because the black shuck is after you. Okay, this is the death card. The black shuck is what is essentially the dealer of your ending unless you transform, right, and are quick to think on your feet, to act in a way that is self-preserving or soul-preserving. I think what you need because right now you're taking refuge, right? You're taking refuge snoozing amongst a bunch of rabbits, which looks like a feast to the black shuck, okay? I think you need to take an opportunity to kind of go on your own and possibly what is essentially crystallizing your own creative energy. Maybe taking the lead. I think what you're doing is possibly following a bunch of people who are easy targets. They're easy energetic targets. When you hang around with victim mentality, you become the company you keep. The 9 of Challenges is the 9 of Swords. This is the 9 of Wands. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles. I think you're really afraid of being alone. Afraid of whether or not you can protect yourself. But you can protect yourself a lot better than the rabbits can against the shuck. I think you're afraid of going on your own. I think you're afraid of leaving the quote-unquote safety net that's not actually your safety net. I think being around these rabbits is making you look like an energetic feast. Easy prey. Easy prey for dark energy. Easy prey for manipulative energy. Easy prey for, you know, energy vampires, predatory energy. And I think maybe if you can do that, you'll find other people who are similarly starting over, but that you'll realize when you're not afraid of being alone, then that you actually aren't alone. And you and this other person might not have a lot, but you have each other, and you have each other. Like, you might not have a lot, but you have each other. And 2 humans is better than 1 sleeping human and a bunch of rabbits. I think right now, Aqua, you're leaving yourself vulnerable in what is familiar and warm and comfy, and you're just sleeping and not realizing you're being preyed upon. I think you're afraid of being alone, and you're staying in the comfort of what you know, but none of these quote-unquote rabbits are truly keeping you safe. They're not actually bettering your reality. I think you need to move forward and find someone else who is also equally okay with being alone. Because when you and this other person end up finding each other, 2 is better than 1. You're able to defend each other. You're able to strategize with each other. You're able to come to each other's protection. These rabbits, they're giving you a false sense of comfort. They're giving you a false sense of comfort. Like you're giving your energy to them with nothing in return. You're not actually getting safety or security or protection back from them. Like they're feeding off your warmth as much as you're feeding off of theirs, but it's a false sense of comfort. You can't just lie there in the cold forever. Like, don't be afraid. I think the reality is, if you were to open your eyes and wake up, none of these rabbits are actually there protecting you. Because as soon as they see the shuck or sense the shuck, they all scatter. They all scatter and you're alone in the dark. As soon as any kind of transformation needs to happen, as soon as any kind of protection needs to happen, I think as soon as you actually need whoever these rabbits are to defend you and stand up for you and be there for you, they all fucking scatter. In your moment of true need, they all scatter. Which is why you need to learn how to stand on your own and protect yourself and be okay with being alone. These people might say, oh, whenever you need me, I'm here. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because if you really did need them, they really wouldn't be there. Aqua. All right. Pisces. Spirit, what is going on with Pisces post full moon? Pisces and Piscean energy. What is going on with them post full moon? What is going on with Pisces and Piscean energy post full moon? We've got the Huntsman, the Child of Visions, the Three of Visions, and the Weaver of Visions. Pisces, we've got the Seven of Visions on the bottom, and the Green Mother on top. Pisces. I think you've got divine feminine receptive energy in your midst, or you're being called to your own divine feminine receptive energy, and I think you're confused. I think you're confused. But this is happiness, this is bliss, this is Ten of Visions. Ace of Visions, the truth in the heart space, the overflowing cup. I think you're confused. I think someone is putting a light out for you. And you're scared. I think someone's putting a light out for you and you're scared. I think you're sitting on it. I think if you sit on it too long, this Four of Wands, I think you might find that it's more difficult later. But it's a victory. It's a victory regardless, all right, if we peer into the underneath of the deck, right? I think you've got feminine energy in your midst that you're confused about, but the light's on. And this is justice. This is Child of Visions, Three of Visions, Queen of Visions. This is all cups energy. I think someone is coming in as divine justice. Someone who sees you and realizes you are what they've been looking for the whole time. You are essentially what they have been looking for the whole time. And they choose to bring in joy and or protection, something to celebrate, you and or a child. I think there's a restart of an emotional slate. Someone who has risen to the storm, right? Someone who has seen the storm and stepped out in the rain and chose to dance in it. Someone who heard your soul song. Heard the love, right? Heard the love through everything. Heard your soul song in the middle of the woods and found and followed the song. I think the huntsman was walking through the woods and followed the song. They couldn't get the song out of their head. Like a sailor hearing a siren. And so they traveled through the storm. Beginner's heart. They traveled through the storm. And have found what other people or other energies that protect you or are filled with joy. They heard the song that everybody else is dancing to with you. They found you sitting on the shore. This Empress energy. And I think you may be confused because you weren't planning on being found. Like, maybe only the bears have ever danced to your soul song. Maybe the bears are the only ones who ever appreciated the fact that you were sitting on the shore in the woods of whatever lake or river or whatever it is that you came out to sing. And this justice, right? Because the huntsman is the justice card. The justice finds you. And you're confused because you know your receptive energy is high. But I don't think that you actually planned on anybody actually hearing you outside of the bears. And this is your 10 of Cups. This is your 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, like 11 Cups. Someone sees your soul song for what it is, the beautiful reflection that it is. Someone heard you. It's almost like you've been singing for so long and only those of pure heart can hear it, which is why the animals, right, the bears and stuff are the only ones that have ever heard it, so that an actual human, right, heard you singing. It's confusing for you because you're like, how did you hear my song? Like, no other human has ever heard my song because there's no one pure of heart enough to hear it. And yet here this huntsman comes and you're exactly what they've been looking for. You're exactly what they've been looking for. Someone who sings and is authentic with a pure heart. Like, don't jump into the river and disappear. You know what I mean? Like, don't stop singing. Don't disappear. Don't get cold feet. Pisces. Don't get cold feet. Someone is recognizing you for the soul song that you have. The pure heart that you have. And they're coming to bring you justice. You may be very different, the huntsman and the mermaid. You may be very different. But one fully appreciates the magic and mysticism of the other. Like, if the huntsman was looking for a unique creature that no one has ever discovered before, they found the mermaid. Like, you're exactly what they were looking for. And I think they're mesmerized. I think they're mesmerized, and I think they want to keep you all to themselves. And not as like a trophy on a wall kind of thing, okay? But actually keep the experience of you, the finding of you. I think they want to keep you all to themselves. They don't want anybody else to find or have their mermaid, to the point that I think they're willing to stay and stick around with the mermaid, because the minute they walk away, someone else could find the mermaid and take or damage or hurt the mermaid. And they don't want anybody to hurt the mermaid. They don't want anybody to stop the soul song from being sung. They want to listen to you sing forever. And I think they're willing to stay with you forever. I think that's what they want. So yeah, don't get cold feet, Pisces. Someone sees your soul and is willing to stay with you forever. Being in a pure aligned heart space is what got you both together. The fact that you were both of pure intention and pure heart is what allowed your song to be heard. So whether you are the Piscean energy or cross-watching for the Piscean energy, know that your heart needs to be pure. Pure and unconditionally loving to connect with this energy. And to do that, to be in that energetic space, you can keep it forever. All right. And that wraps up the check-ins. I am going to pull a card, OPHIUCHUS Say, guidance for everybody. So let's see what deck. You know what? Let's pull my Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud. That's this one. Okay. Since we are in the Enchanted Forest today. What card of guidance would OPHIUCHUS give the other 12 zodiac signs? What guidance would OPHIUCHUS give the 12 zodiac signs? One more. What guidance, please, Spirit? What energy would OPHIUCHUS have us all be aware of? That's too many. I'm being told take it. Take that one. Spirit Dancer. Card number 36. The green woman is on the bottom. And the bright mother is on top. All right. Double feminine energy, top and bottom. The bright mother is all about that which is abundant and nourishing in the light. And the green woman is about receiving what is essentially in the heart's highest good. Okay, just nutshelling. But Spirit Dancer. Card number 36. Spirit Dancer is all about self-expression freedom and exploration. The spirit dancer understands both sides of self-expression. In the first stage, we get our inner vision, feelings, and creative impulse out into the world through our creativity, whatever that is. When our expressions are reflected back to us from the mirror of other people's perceptions, and we discover what our creativity awakens in them. First, and most important for many of us, we learn, grow, and lead more satisfying lives if we have ways of creatively expressing our inner world. Such expressions can be a way of helping others and ourselves better understand our feelings and experiences. Or they can be a way of getting pain out where we can look at it and let it begin to heal. Creative expression is a method of exploration and exploring our own truth, bringing it into the light so that we can see more clearly, and maintaining sanity. The key words here are explore, experiment, and express. As this fairy cryptically remarked to one oracle reader, the death of spirit dancer is perfection. Second, creative expression is a way of sharing and letting others see more of our true selves. It is a way that we can reach out from this illusion of separation and reaffirm our essential connections with one another. When we share a dance, a painting, a poem with others, we do so with the hope that they will see something of what we have to put into it and that their experience will echo ours in some way. But if we have done well, we will be able to add something to their experience. At the same time, we understand that their slant on things is a bit different and that what they reflect back to us by their response will perhaps contain something we haven't seen about our own experience, a new insight, a different view, an expansion of our picture of reality. So this side of creative expression, the sharing part, enriches us in a different way than the actual creation. I have never written a poem or sculpted something without the experience changing me, and then changing me again when I shared it with others. This is something I've heard many others say, including many who do not consider themselves real artists or real creators. Spirit Dancer encourages us to take creative action from our place of personal power, the inner core of our true feelings and understanding within us. She wants us to clarify our vision and find the creative potential that lies hidden in paradox, confusion, and chaos, and turn these into free-flowing, finely balanced, evolving order. She wants us to aid in making our best fantasies real. She is also very enthusiastic about helping us learn to dance well with the fairies if we don't already know how. And if we do know how, she would still be delighted to dance with us just for the fun of it. So step out boldly. All right, the Spirit Dancer essentially is a card of mirror. It asks you to create, right? And create is to choose. To choose is to manifest. So she's asking you to boldly create, knowing that the first experience is recognizing the creation of the self, and the second is seeing the reflection back to you from other people, because they are also a facet in the mirror of yourself that you may not have seen prior. And if it's not a welcomed reflection, to not be offended or upset, but to use it constructively, right? Like constructive criticism. I will use an example. Maybe you are afraid to communicate with someone, right? Maybe there is a fear to communicate and you're in that boat. You want to talk to someone, but you're afraid. Allow the truth to come out, right? Your own truth to be creatively expressed, to choose the expression and allow it to create the reality, and then allow that truth to reflect back to you. Maybe the person, responds with, oh, that's just words, you'll never change, I don't trust you, blah, 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 blah. You can't be upset or mad at the person. The idea is to constructively listen to the criticism from your outer mirror and say, okay, maybe I don't completely trust myself yet. Maybe I don't believe that I've changed. So if I do not believe that I've changed and I don't trust myself, what actions can I take to improve my creation so that the reflection is positive? So that the reflection is, I believe you, I trust you, I love you, thank you, right? Gratitude. How can I change the reflection based on the creative expression of what is going on the interior? what we create comes from within us. Whether it's writing a poem, or having a conversation, or building something tangible, taking actions, right? Whatever our creative means is, it comes from deep within the self. We create it because it's within the self. And when we give it to the outer experience, how the outer experience responds is our constructive criticism from spirit, our spirit, capital S, our spirit. It's constructive criticism. So don't be offended, but take the criticism constructively. Dance, right? Dance with spirit. Dance with spirit. If I just read the top and bottom of the deck, their keywords. The bright mother is creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. She is the bright mother of us all and knows that all life is a miracle. The bright mother is constantly amazed at its perfection and imperfection. She rejoices in its being, sorrows for its growing pains, and exults in its successes. She is the great earth mother, the bright moon, pregnant with the future of all growing things. She is the guardian of family life and holds the nurturing environment for us all. She is the garden. She is the garden of paradise, right? The bright mother energy is our ability to create beautifully fulfilling, nurturing, productive, and very intimate shelters, right? That our environment and the people in it are protecting the world and what you're creating. The green woman, card number 25. Really, we have 16 and 25. They're both sevens. Or 23. That's 23. 5, 7, and 9. Yeah, the green woman is wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude, and untrammeled creativity. So all of these three cards are about creativity. The green woman dances naked in the moonlight and in the sunlight and in the shadows as well. She doesn't care what you think of her. She knows her own worth from experience of life. She is the feminine, vital, vegetative force that enables a root to crack stone, a reed to bend in the wind, and the oak to stand against the storm. The graceful, slow-motion dance of the green woman shows us how to release the constraints of artificial rules and limitations and find our true pattern of growth. This is about being rooted in our inborn pattern that is perfect for us. This is the bend but not break type energy. All right. When we are creative and when experiences happen because we've made choices and the outer reflects back to us, okay? It is not to feel broken by a quote unquote failure, but to take the failure and say to yourself, okay, then something was misaligned. What correction can I make to align it so that it doesn't fail when I try again? If at first you don't succeed, try again. If at first the reflection you get back is not ideal or not what you wanted or not what you hoped for, or it doesn't match the intention from which you created in the first place, then redefine or realign your inner world, your inner energy that created the experience so that you can create it better. So that you can create it better. This is about trusting that your reflection back from the outer experience is accurate and constructive. It is not against you. It is you. And is present for you to see and recognize as such so that you can rework and perfect your creation the way you want it. that is truly pleasing to your soul. This is the advice from Ophiuchus, the forgotten 13th sign, and the serpent bearer, the one who has conquered the demon, conquered the poison to the soul. Ophiuchus's guidance is never stop creating and take the ramifications of creation as constructive. Don't break, just bend, rework it, fine tune it, make it better. And that is the check-in. So, I love you all. Thank you all. And I will see you next time. Bye.